Okay. Delay no more. We're back in action. Let's fix this thing here. Bam. Biddle-a-doo indeed. Okay. Sorry about that. We're in the last day of summer, so we're going to autumn now. Perfecto. And we ended with Christy, yes?
Mm-hmm.
Right. Okay. So, top of the line. Mike.
Hello.
What?
God damn it!
This one wasn't me. This one wasn't me.
What just happened?
Chat section in Zoom.
Can't.
Oh, Lord.
Do you saying?
Mike!
Well, hello.
Roll a d8.
Hit me with a D8, Mike.
Hitting it. And quitting it.
3.
Good God. 3.
I
Mike.
don't even know what it means.
A project just isn't working out as expected. Radically change the nature of this project. Don't modify the project dice. When it resolves, you'll be responsible for telling the community how it went. Or something goes afoul and supplies are ruined. Add a new scarcity.
Do you have any projects, do we?
We don't have any projects. I think I have to create a new scarcity.
The ghosts leave.
Now, would it be our abundance becomes scarcity, or is it like I can add something completely different that we are now just facing a shortage of?
Supplies are ruined, so something existing becomes a scarcity. Maybe like our homes, or maybe the dam, whatever you would view as a resource at this point.
Okay, I'm gonna say, in light of the damage the Kraken has been causing, fissures have formed in the land. It's just looking veiny. I gotta, whatever.
Okay, so Zoot's Kraken.
And as a result, dry land has become more scarce.
Oh, Lord.
Water has begun to leak in from many of the fissures as the entire little peninsula risks sinking.
That's horrifying.
I think that's the common trend here amongst all of our things.
I don't know what that's a
Sorry,
picture of.
that sound horrific.
It's going to be a water droplet, but that doesn't make sense. But whatever.
Close enough.
Yeah, I don't know why that's the thing that came to mind.
You can say the ground is cracking, not like this.
Good God. So we have no project dice. And we're going to go to our action phase.
Toys.
Discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project.
I'm going to start a project.
Sure.
As in response to the prayer and immediate threat, the golden boy approaches the Kraken, but just like slowly starts floating towards it, like skimming along the increasingly muddied ground, just kind of floating in its direction, almost looking contemplative, as if it doesn't know what it's going to do, but it's now responding to the presence of the Kraken.
And what is this again?
This is the project. The golden boy is responding to the Kraken as requested.
Okay.
I figure we can wait till he gets there to see what he does. Hoo-hoo.
How long does it take a skimming over the surface of the ground child with godlike powers to reach a Kraken?
Yeah, what sort of distance scale are we thinking? If we're talking from, say, the Godhead to the Kraken, and a kid just kind of slowly drifting in that direction.
It can't be more than a week, can it?
Yeah, I feel like that's about a week.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Put it right in the Kraken's head.
Sure, go for it.
You have to ask the Kraken for consent.
Good lord.
Oh no.
You don't have to ask animals for consent.
Oh no.
Too real?
Ask our last Prime Minister.
What's that one?
I can close doors. I got the upper hand here.
A project finishes early. Which one? Why?
Oh, there you go. Child boy teleported.
Instant transmission. The child teleports immediately to the Kraken.
Hey.
It is his first time. I can imagine him finishing early.
Yes, I feel like that's accurate.
Yep.
There are no other project dice on the table. Discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project. Oh, man.
Shouldn't the child finish early now and find out what happens?
Wasn't that was our only project dice, right?
Yeah, but doesn't it finish so Mike should describe what happens?
Yeah, go ahead.
Do
Mike.
I do...
I mean, it just finishes early, so you would, no, it says a project finishes early, which one and why?
So you still have to describe what happens as the project finishes early.
So I guess in this situation, he gets there immediately. Like, he discovers that his powers allow him to utilize instant transmission, and he can rapidly teleport. So what happens? He's now headlong into the fray with Krakow.
So finding himself now teleported immediately before it and increasingly cognizant of his godlike powers, he reaches out and kind of gently places his hand on the large bulbous black eye of the Kraken, almost like a little kid kind of at the zoo petting it. Granted, he's rubbing a gross wet eye, but he's also a god, so he can pet his eyeball if he wants to. Don't judge him. Don't startle him right now. And as he kind of thinks about it contemplatively, he kind of tilts his head and then just disintegrates the eye. It's just gone. I'll leave it at that.
Good God.
He's testing his powers. It's adorable.
God.
So he's eradicated one of the eyes.
Just silvery or golden mist just kind of swirls away.
Disintegration even. That's intense. Discover something new. Hold a discussion. Start a project. Oh, man. Discovering something new. Newly found that the eye of the Kraken has been disintegrated. Golden mist appears. That discover something new. The eye is beginning to reform from the souls of the damned.
Ghost Kraken God!
Oh.
That's my something new.
It's the eye of the Kraken.
Yeah.
Of the bad.
E. 1, 2, 3, 4,
Okay.
5. D5.
D5.
D6.
Is it a D6?
D6?
Oh, it's D6. Yeah, you rolled a D7.
D6. I'm the D5.
Did I get
I'm
the
a
wrong one?
6!
Wow, that's like the first not one he's rolled for a little while now.
A natural disaster strikes the area.
Oh,
What is
no.
it? Choose one.
Oh!
You focus on getting everyone to safety.
Great. Why did you roll 6 now?
You focus on getting everyone to safety, remove your abundance, and a project fails. Or you focus on protecting your supplies and hard work at any cost. Several people die as a result.
I know exactly what happens then.
Ooh.
So, the Kraken rears up. Big tentacles, chunky, as thick as the ridiculously large trees that are, townships across, splash out of the water and slam down, and tidal waves start moving back across the sea before building up in one giant wave that splashes over the township, the island, like the cracked land and stuff, straight into the dam, and just everyone just gets smashed to the ground by this giant tidal wave. People don't really have time, so they quickly try and protect what they can. The old people are too old to move. The children can't scale the walls as quickly. And the prophet of the Kraken disappears, maybe dead. A number of the old people and the children die. And the godchild is shattered. And there is a blinding flash of light. And then it's no longer there. And just the body of the child is left broken. And there's no more sun still. There's now no light whatsoever. But the Kraken, half its face, like eye, ghostly material still there, just sinks back into the sea.
Damn.
The 3 guys left are like, well, fuck, man.
No joke.
What do you mean the frost giants are coming? We got
no kids to send out to do stuff. We got no old people to stick in the machine.
We have no projects going on. Actions. Discover something new, hold a discussion, start a project.
I'm not sure I like starting projects and discovering things. I think everyone needs to have a discussion about what to do now the godchild is dead.
Yeah.
I think we should burn the body.
One of the leopard children is already trying to like eat a piece. Like, I think we should maybe see if it'll cure us.
Just like a cheese grated to the head. Just
I love how these children become leopard children, not like this.
That was their cure. They're all like, oh, come on. Those of us that didn't get washed away are just stuck like this. It's trying to make me question whether I should be eating Godbrain in the first place.
I think we should take the body and toss it in the grinder. Maybe harvest any bit of the god juice that could be left.
That guy who was originally gonna eat the soul, and then the kid got there first, pipes up like, "Yes, we should go down the path we first set out upon. This is obviously our elders striking back against us because they were unhappy with the child's petulance."
It was presumptuous.
Christy, what are your thoughts?
Don't we still have the brain? Or is the brain all gone? Is just the head remaining of this god?
Like a little bit of empty skull.
Just a little bit empty skull?
Yeah.
I'm in like 2 different camps here, because like I think the grinding thing's good, but at the same time, grinding up children's bodies, I don't know how I stand here.
Be two different camps. You can be 2 different camps, right? You're not a single person. You
Yeah,
can
that's
totally
true. It's true, because at one hand, if the godchild was able to disintegrate an eye, even though the eye came back, there's still a lot of power that might be able to help us get out of whatever situation this currently is. So I think that's where I'm at, is that I think we grind it into the machine.
And we've learned that the Kraken is able to subsist or supplement its own power through the usage of souls, much like our own technology. So maybe there's something there. Maybe there's something reverse engineering we can do to deal with this threat.
But we don't have any light. I can't see what I'm doing when I go down the fish mines. I can't see where I'm putting my feet. Maybe we can turn his body into candles, render his fat down into tallow. And if we do that, maybe they'll last forever.
God torches.
God torches. Don't know if that's how that works.
Rendering the fat down into explosives. God bombs.
So, this was, you've got no project dice. You held a discussion?
Yeah.
I think everybody's given an answer at this point.
Yep.
Christy?
Yeah.
Now,
R.
give me the D5.
1d5. There you go. 4.
1, 2, 3, 4. The community works constantly, and as a result, a project finishes early, or a group goes out to explore the map more thoroughly and finds something that had been previously overlooked.
I know what we are finding.
More gods.
More gods.
The group goes to explore over in this shrine over here, and they notice that what has been overlooked is right next to where Ra was. There's a second god body. And you can only see the head.
It's like, well, we went
And
back. We
part
were
of
like,
the
is that a toe? Dig that up over there. Holy shit, it's
No,
another
you-
god.
You can just see the head and part of its neck.
Keep the kids
There's
out of
another
this one.
god body that's been found at the shrine, at the Mausoleum, I think was the word EE used before.
Mausoleum, yeah.
But that's what they found.
Okay. That's horrifying. Okay, so another god.
How disrespected were these gods that we're accidentally stumbling across them later on?
I mean,
We half buried the king of the gods.
Yeah, I mean, maybe
We
this
mostly
was,
buried a different one.
who knew? Who knows what the cataclysm was like this in this post-apocalyptic landscape, where maybe it was like ruptures in the land and the sea pulled away part of the land when we found where they were buried. It could be a number of things, you know. So, yeah, that's spooky. That's good stuff.
Yeah.
Christy.
I'd like to start a project to dig up this body of the god that we just found.
Of course you do. How long?
How many weeks do we think this is gonna take? We're kind of low on people now because we just had a natural disaster wipe
Well,
out
it
a
was
bunch of
3
people.
to dig it up last time, so it can't be less than 3 now. We're even
Yeah.
more.
Well, technically, last time it was 3 to both dig it up and transport it. So if we're
Yeah.
only digging it up, but we have less people, I could see it still working out to the same amount of time, just
I think it would
with the
still be
diminished
3.
resources.
Okay.
All right,
I'm,
3 does.
I'm for 3. Yeah, that seems good.
There you go.
Okay. Mike. Friendo. Roll for me a D4. This is your last card in autumn.
Boom.
Ooh, look at that.
I hate how that does that. Oh, you fucker. There we go. Disease spreads through the community. Choose one.
God, leprosy.
You spend the week quarantining and treating the disease. Project dice are not reduced, or nobody knows what to do about it. Add health and fertility as a scarcity.
Boy.
We know what Mike's picking.
The fact that he has to think this long is hilarious.
It makes sense considering that we ran out of Godbrain to spread more leprosy. Like, no one's eating more Godbrain. Then we discovered more Godbrain.
We're back for leprosy again.
Nobody knows what to do about it.
Oh no.
I'm actually trying to think of it logically, because in this situation where they're at, like they've faced this disease, but clearly it was
gotta
a
remember,
kind
too,
of a
like,
double-edged sword.
We found Ra. Think about that. That's Egyptian gods. So you have that entire pantheon at your disposal. They had plagues and shit, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it's Yahweh, the Jewish god, because he sent the plague of locusts to eat all the food in the Egyptian times.
So
They
we
were
spend.
fighting.
I'm actually going to go with we spend the week quarantining and treating the disease, but the method of treatment is actually they've gathered the afflicted or the potentially afflicted at the shrine at the base of the new dead god that they are attempting to pray to and find a cure through clinging to the older traditions, like actually appropriate to their culture. Like they're actually trying to go about it like, okay, we dug up Ra and tried to use him for fuel, and that didn't work super good. So maybe we should just go back to the old pray ways and just hope for the best.
Tradition.
We can hope for the
Tradition.
best, but hope is scarce.
Ooh, hope is scarce. So maybe maybe they try that, and the reason it takes so long is because it's not everybody's on board. Like a lot of people are just kind of they're balancing their checkbook in church. they're not locked in on what's really happened. They're not giving it a genuine display of faith. So it takes longer to actually treat those affected by the plague by praying to Yahweh for the sanctifications against his previous plague.
Okay.
The plague wasn't from eating a dead god, it was from angering a dead god.
This is going pear-shaped fast. All right. Project dice, tick them down. And then take your action.
Oh wait, we don't take them down.
Oh, they don't tick down. That's right. All right.
Not reduced this week.
They do not reduce this week. Then take your action.
I'm going to start a project, and they're actually going to try and repair the shrine. They're actually going to rechristen it to the sanctifications of the new god. They're kind of leaning on in the face of what has transpired. So when some of the leper kids start showing improvement, people kind of double down, and they're like, all right, well, let's maybe push back to the old ways and really hang some fresh tapestries. Clean up. Stop pooping in the corner. We need this floor for things, holy things. Don't do that. The next one of you kids to make a pew joke and poop under it is just out. You're out of the culture.
Just out.
You're banished.
Welcome to the shark.
It's the poo area, not the pew area.
We're gonna throw you in the shark pit.
Anyway, we still the shark pit.
Go
Good
shark.
God.
Go shark pit.
I feel like I should move the shark. Oh, well, that didn't go well. I only moved the body of the shark, but nothing else.
See, it's like I pulled the boobs off the crack.
There you go. There's our shark pit. With one shark in it.
They're not
That's a
eyes.
shark pit.
Lady Kraken.
Oh, God. The guy just ran. Lady
They were
Kraken.
never eyes.
Oh, man. Okay. All right. Here we go. My go. Let's see what this is about. Let's make some mistakes.
Well, let's make some now. We've already made some prior to this
Yeah,
happening.
it's gonna get
That's the
worse.
title of my sex tape.
Try fast. Take some sharp corners.
3. Boom. Bam. Someone sabotages a project and the project fails. As a result, who did this and why? Or someone is caught trying to sabotage the efforts of the community.
Ooh.
How does the community respond? Ooh. Okay. Let's see. Someone sabotages a project and the project fails. As a result, who did this and why? I'm going to say... Yikes, this is a tricky one.
Yikes.
Looking up here, let's see what we got.
The Kraken sabotaged the project.
Let's see what
It's
we've
just
got.
overland now. Like, oh my god, this is horrifying. Just Krakens flailing around as it
is
plop, plop,
how
plop,
it
plop,
goes.
plop, plop, making giant suctiony noises across the land.
Okay, all right. I got it. I think I've got it anyway. So someone sabotages the project and the project fails. As a result, who did this and why? I think that someone is the corpse. Upon unearthing this other god, it twitched. It moved. The ground shaketh and unearths
Wiener just kind
a mask. A mask of a jackal.
Jackal
of...
god.
Oh.
This makes so much sense. Jackal, Egyptian mythology. Damn, Bob, I'm all in here.
Anubis.
With the unearthing of the masks, the redwood trees begin to decay. The leaves falleth, covering the lake of the dead. The spoils of bounty, food, anything alike begins to decay as well.
Ooh.
We note that the land is basically dying. Okay. Project dice tick down. Nope. JK. It ended. It failed.
Wait, what project?
The one that
Failed.
failed.
Y'all failed it.
Discover something
Trying to
new.
worship the wrong god.
Discover something new. Hold the discussion. Start a project. Oh boy. Okay. Let's hold a discussion.
Oh no.
Here's my question. You're gonna like this one. Why us?
Well, you children, you've disrespected the ways of our tradition, which was a core value we set out at the beginning of this game. And because you did that, the gods are angry.
One guy in the back's just like, I fucking know, right? Like, come on. The others are like, shh, don't. That's not helpful. That's
Okay.
There's a child in the front row, kind of like mid-teen. That's like, I cannot believe that you're gonna blame us for this. We tried to get out of here, and what did we get? We got all the flack from our elder generations telling us we shouldn't get out of here, and now this has happened.
she's speaking against tradition. Rubble, rubble.
I think we should feed it to the Kraken.
Strap her to the soul juicer.
The Kraken. It's too good. Okay. All right. That's my round. Christy.
Oh,
I'm gonna take-
that's EE.
Oh, sorry. My bad.
Okay.
I was like, wait, I don't roll a dice.
Do I take contempt if it's only the person who called the round, or I take it if there was any contempt in that round?
Any contempt at all?
Okay. Yeah, I'm taking contempt then with the child who disrespected.
Yeah, I will also be taking contempt.
I will
Against
also take
this
contempt.
elder generation.
Everybody's upset. Damn.
Everybody's pissed.
I don't take contempt because I literally don't know what to do.
I'm pissed at this elder
Sacrifice
generation.
the children. I said it in like spring. I maintain it. Sacrifice the children. What do I roll?
D2.
Yeah.
D2.
And
Me
try
too.
and roll another one so you can have another level of ones. Look at that.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
Almost like I called it.
The community becomes obsessed with a single project. Which one? Why? Choose one. They decide to take more time to ensure that it's project. Wait. We don't have any others.
None of those apply.
None of those play.
Hold a discussion about... Wait. If there are no projects underway, the community becomes obsessed with a grandiose vision. Hold a discussion about this vision in addition to your regular action for the week.
I don't know. Grand vision could be just we sacrifice all the children because they disrespected, or it could be we flip sides and we worship the Kraken. That said, I did call we should sacrifice the children early on, and I feel that going back to your roots is a very core aspect of tradition. So I think large parts of the society start debating whether they should just sacrifice all the children.
Age war.
Okay. I'm going to chime in with, I think we should sacrifice our elderly because they have seen more, accomplished the most, and they are still plentiful in experience and a boon to the gods.
Their souls could be of use.
Yes, I'm hopping directly on that train of thought. Do not.
Hey, what do you mean by that?
Instead.
We're the ones who actually provide something to this community, and you're all going like, you're having your sex.
It's
and
time
you
to provide
know,
the ultimate service.
And your short skirts. Nah, you're having none of that. You're eating your god brains and everything. That's not on.
This
You can't
guy's
eat
speaking
god
out
brains.
against short skirts. Burn him. He's a witch. This guy
make you a
clearly
witch.
does not
Good.
have our best interests in mind. He's clearly undermining how awesome short skirts are. And they're like, come on, man, just let that point go. Like, he said a lot of crappy things. You don't have to get hung up on the skirt. And he's like, yeah, but I'm really pissed about that.
I will have this.
Like, he's real upset. And then the rest of them just kind of like push him off to the side. And they're like, but really, the elderly are the clear choice here because they can help us in their spectral form. They can help us from beyond, whereas if we sacrifice the children, we're cutting our legs out from under us for future generations.
Hey,
Like, if we're going to survive this, we have to look
We
past
sacrifice the
tomorrow.
children, so like we know we have faith in the gods, that we've got hope again, because we don't have any hope right now. You keep, eating all the god brains and listening to your pop music and wearing all your blue jeans.
Drinking all the Zima.
Not the Zima.
Your hula hoops and your loud noises.
Perfect. Okay.
We've effectively started a gender war. Not gender, generational war.
Generation war.
Gender war.
That's coming next.
That's
Oh,
next.
wait, split.
Yeah,
All right.
fully
Okay, so I guess tick down on Project Ice and then take an action.
Guys.
Okay, what do you think? Do you think that the elderly are more powerful in this community, or the children? Because I feel it's going to come down to whoever's more powerful will sacrifice the other one. So I'm going to do a project for sacrificing whichever population we think is the least powerful.
I mean, this is your tale, so you are they going to have a
I
war?
want to take people's input because we're gonna. This is going to be a lot of murder. So who do you think is probably more powerful? Like, there are probably less children because we keep sacrificing them to go and do scouting missions.
Yeah, but at the same time, all of our children, like we have a slew of children that are
Superpowered.
fucking superpowered. I don't think the
True.
elderly are going to be able to do anything about that.
But
The
would the
fact
ghosts support the elderly? Because the ghosts are all for tradition.
Yeah, well,
I mean, but-
okay. At the same time, you know how grandparents get. They're like, "Oh, look at our little grandson. He's just such a fucking little whippersnapper."
It's just
Yeah. Are they going to
like,
side with
third
other old
child,
people?
grandchild. Oh yes,
Well,
grandchild.
and you got to look at it this way. To the ghosts, the elderly are like that generation younger than them that are just kind of like you don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, whereas the kids get that like, oh, look at the little leper baby.
I've got an idea.
Leper baby.
Let Nana feed you and stitch that hand back on.
Good God.
Plus, I think the elders have experienced more, so in spectral form they'll be more helpful.
Heads
If we
or
start
tails?
sacrificing children, they won't. The
Wait.
children don't have enough experience to be
Like
worth
the
much.
ghosts blame the elderly's generation for destroying the economy when really they kind of set it up that way.
This is
Too
actually too
Too
real right now.
Real. Just need to back it up.
So heads or tails? Is this
No,
because
there's
like
a
they're
lot of articles in the local paper about millennials killing off all these different countries.
This is just that generation. this far in the
Millennials killed
future.
off Ra. Yeah. Heads or tails?
You won't believe who ate this god's brain. Click here.
heads or tails?
See what this god did?
I'll say heads.
Heads for children win, tails for elderly win.
Go,
Okay.
flip it.
Do it. Do it.
You picked heads for children?
Yeah.
3-turn project timer. Children are going to murder all the elderly.
Oh!
Children of the corn.
All right, I will be taking one of my contempt away because this is what I wanted in the first place. So I'm okay with
Yeah.
this.
I'm gonna remove my contempt as well.
I'm going to add another contempt from the elderly because they're being murdered. Systematically slaughtered. I think what happens is the elderly get taken to the shrine and sacrificed. Probably have like some sort of altar in the middle of the shrine.
Just thrown at Anubis. Just like onto his feet where they just like wither.
No,
and
there's
just-
like a little channel in the ground which we haven't noticed until now in perfect occult style, where when you sacrifice them on the altar, the blood runs down to Anubis's mouth.
oh, his like body groove in the dirt where he used to lay.
Yeah.
Like we're sacrificing people at like the crotch peninsula,
Christy,
so their blood pours down
Yeah.
into the butt groove.
you're the last card in autumn.
Mm-hmm.
The parish arrives. Who are they? Why have they chosen your community and for what? Or a small gang of marauders are making its way through the local terrain. How many are there and what weapons do they carry?
Well, what do we do here?
This is somehow like future millennials, Lord of the Flies style.
All the young hoist the bodies of the elderly on their shoulders while chanting "Student debt, student debt."
Oh,
You told us college would get us a good career.
The last article in the local paper is millennials killed the elderly.
But a gang of marauders is making its way through local terrain, and they've actually made it through local terrain on boats. And their boats have landed right here. This is their square boats.
All right.
And they're a very weaponized gang of marauders. They carry weapons that theoretically we could use to kill this kraken.
Rocket launchers.
No, too far. We've got guns. That's about where we're at. Rocket launchers a little far. We've got guns, a couple swords, hatchets in there somewhere. Yeah.
One guy with a rocket launcher who just uses it in melee, and everybody's like, knock it off.
He's thinking it's like just a pogo stick. He just practices the rocket jump.
He's just swinging the rocket around like a mace. God. He doesn't know it, but he's going to have one really effective fight.
Okay. All right. So
and
they
then
show
none.
up. The captain's like, this boat, I am the captain now. And he's pointing to what? Is he pointing to the Kraken? Is he pointing to Anubis? This god, I am the captain now.
They show up in his brain and pilot him like the Megazord.
Nice.
And how many are there? There are 14.
Boats?
Very specific. No, how many marauders are there?
Okay, all right. Okay.
14. There's 7 and 7.
14 of them, and they all have guns. All right,
Yes.
that's fair. Nice. Tick down the dice, and then take an action. Discover something new, hold a discussion, or start a project.
I would like to discover something new. And since we have this dam here that was fixed with different flesh and body parts, it's attracted some not very welcome guests.
Okay. Like,
I'm zooming in so I can draw better.
I just realized we patched a dam protecting us from sharks with bodies.
yeah,
Yes, we did.
we thought it through.
We
just didn't think very hard.
Happy old guy just
We're just
whistling while he jams bodies in with a stick.
Yeah, that'll work, right? I guess.
It's brought in.
Whistle while you work. If you love what you do, you never work a day in your life.
Jamming bodies and
Jamming bodies.
So is this carrion? Carrion fowl? What are we seeing here?
It's a fish, I think. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out. It's gonna be aquatic something
Aquatic.
to match our other.
It's merman.
Is it? Oh,
Merman. Stephen Merman.
What the fuck?
Oh God, I'm not gonna be able to draw this, am I? To save my life, but we're gonna try. You can try.
Reverse merman. Top half is a shark, bottom half is just legs.
That's horrifying.
That is horrifying.
Just an unkempt crotch and just butt cheeks.
I'm trying to draw an alligator. It's a giant alligator, but it's not going really well at all. It's not going well. It's not going well. I need a redraw.
So
They're attacked by raiders, alligators, sharks being ridden by people, a kraken.
Yes.
Yep. Next game I run. No animals. First thing.
Next person's like no people.
Yeah, no, I was thinking this was Sobek as well. Yash.
No animals, no gods.
Last night, it was all about chickens. Giant
Chicken
chickens.
Central.
Literally chocobo-sized chickens that they were farming.
I literally felt like I was part of Fable when
and one enormous mole that could basically, I guess, sink a town? He could terraform a town into nothingness. Its name was Haberdash.
Haberdash.
Oh dear.
Love it. This game is fantastic.
It is.
All right, there's my close enough crocodile.
All right.
Endless replayability.
Oh yeah.
That's the croc. Perfect. The
You were being
sharks.
attacked by giant cocks last night then.
Yeah. Oh yeah. The sharks don't even know what's coming for them. They've got the Pop-Tarts raiding the South Beach. They
All the
have
frostingless ones too.
Yeah, right?
Pop-Tart.
the
We ran out of s'mores Pop-Tarts, okay? We're stuck with unfrosted Pop-Tarts.
S'mores or nothing.
perfect. All
That's why
right.
we're throwing them in the bay. They were like, oh, we only got the raspberry with no frosting.
With
Oh,
autumn,
no, nope, wrong.
with autumn coming to a close, we enter our first week of winter.
Oh, boy.
Mike,
Don't kill us.
Well, I'm
Kick us
sure
off.
this will go well. What am I doing?
roll. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
All right.
Mike,
One.
now is the time to conserve energy and resources. A project fails, but gain in abundance. Or, now is the time for hurried labor and final efforts. A project finishes early, but you gain a scarcity.
What projects do we have?
Kill the old people.
That's it.
Oh.
Winter.
Oh, I think I got it. I think I got it. All right. So as the elderly are being kind of corralled into, we won't say camps, but like gathered together in the shrine
God,
for
really
the
bad.
the repurposing of that. One of the kids starts to, that had been gathering, kind of starts to cough and spit, and like he's got something in his throat coming out. And as he starts coughing, gold flecks start hitting the ground in front of him, and this dust starts to pour out of him and reform into the rough shape of a golden figure in the shrine. And in a radius around it, plants start to kind of rebloom, and it pushes back the oppressive wave of death pouring off of Anubis. And people realize they might not have to kill all of the elderly. There might be some hope.
To kill the elderly.
He
See
was
what
so
I did
ready.
there?
He was so ready. Look at him. He's like, ah, damn it.
Damn it.
We have hope again. Nothing useful.
All right. Remove
We
the project
have-
die. Project fails. And we've gained an abundance of hope. We have no project dice, so no tick down. And then you get to discover something new, start a new project, or hold a conversation. Hold a debate.
I would actually like to hold a debate amongst the others, because nothing tangible has happened yet, but there's this clear effect. So the question becomes, what do we do? Like, how can we use this to actually kind of turn the tide of crap raining down on us? Like, we got a little bit of an umbrella. What are we gonna do with it? Eat the god again. Shut up.
God damn it.
Stop eating god.
Sacrifice the children again.
The elderly immediately turning. I think we should kill the kids. Shut up, Edgar. You're just pissed.
Inside that boy who coughed up all that gold, there might be more inside him. Just let me fill it in with this knife. Wait, no knives. Okay, let me fill it in with this.
Oh,
Not particularly sharp rock.
I'm gonna bash the gold out of this one. It goes south real fast. They're trying to split open kids for gold.
Who was... Do we know who the golden figure was?
It was it's the same general size and shape as the golden boy, but it hasn't formed into a tangible physical form. It's more like the Doctor post reincarnation.
I got you. I think we should pray. We should pray to him. He's clearly saving us and our people. Why sacrifice anyone at this point? If he's bringing life back to the land, we know whom we rain our prayer unto. We give
Most of the
ourselves on
kids are
Golden
just
Boy.
like, we really don't want our fingers to keep falling off. And Timmy lost a nose. So we're going to vote for
we call him
tentacle
Skeletor
cure.
now.
I'm not going to call him Timmy No Nose. I prefer Skeletor.
All right.
This is the prequel to He-Man. This is how
Yeah.
Skeletor got his start.
Beast
Meow.
Man.
My nose fell off. We should pray to the Golden Boy.
Oh God.
Save us.
Oh no!
Bob! This happened
No.
last time too! Same thing! Just flipping this table.
Do I roll again?
No, go for it. We got to ride this out.
That's the end. Bubs rolled the end. Can't believe it.
The game
We're
ends.
going to
This
die.
happened last
Okay,
time.
we're going to die.
The Frost Shepherds arrive. The game is over.
Oh no, now Bub gets to decide how this Frost Shepherds arrive. Oh no. Now we're doomed.
Yippee.
This happened last time too. This is
I'm
regular.
going to sing the Doom song. Doom, 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 doom.
All right, so the Golden Boy takes full form, and it was Ra reborn. Ra hears our calls, hears our prayers, washing our sins and sickness away from us, raining sun upon the land. Up to this point, it's been almost an entire season with no sun. He reburies Anubis, sealing his coffin, sealing his tomb. He forgives us for destroying his previous body. But a figure of this monumental power needs no body. He sends the serpent back into the ocean along with the kraken, brings life back to the land, and condemns the old. He condemns the old for attempting to bring destruction to everything new and holy to the land.
I will gladly remove both my contempts for that. That is absolutely contemptible.
I'm going to add contempt while I die.
Definitely removing all of my contempt.
Millennials win again, old folks. I'm sorry.
Back.
Suck it, old people.
And that is the quiet year. That's
I
the
love
game.
this
That's
game.
the whole game.
Wow.
I like the idea that the camera starts panning out and it goes past like little Timmy and like Skeletor, and Skeletor's got no nose anymore, and he's like, I think that ended really well. I think it's fun. And then
Rob bless us, everyone.
And then behind them the dam just like goes end black screen.
A few of the bodies wedge loose. The old guy just looks upset.
Oh, maybe Skeletor's like, I'm
it.
so happy, etc. And then like the body wedges loose, but it's under high pressure because of all the water. So like a head shot at cannonball speed, smacks into Skeletor and kills him. The end.
Fade to black on Skeletor, taking one for the team.
Oh yeah.
I sure hope my nose grows back.
But yeah, that's Quiet Year in a nutshell.
God,
You
we did
guys,
more-
yeah. Well,
more
I mean,
damage to ourselves than the end did to us.
that's
we
what
were
tends to happen.
with the whole game and just like, oh,
To be totally honest, this
so
is what I found tends to happen. You spend more time hurting each other throughout the duration of the game than actually resolving much of anything, bringing new punishments down upon yourself. But I think that's part of community, right? Like yeah. What was the great Jeff Goldblum quote? Life finds a way, and that's kind of the theme of most of these games of the Quiet Year. It finds a way to finish.
And you did say that, you know,
And so do I.
God damn it.
One way or another.
say that you know, we like to be punished and keep punishing each other, etc. And you were pointing out earlier that subs should definitely DM you. So subs are into punishment. Just saying.
Truth. Truth in that.
So, you right, Clint?
I think it's one of those games where it definitely speaks to the ability of the people involved in it to have the self-awareness of both having fun with it, but also keeping it within the bounds of being able to move forward. Because I could definitely see if everybody was just on like the typical kind of power gamer tip, they would just like one of these games would just turn into like, now I'm Goku and Vegeta.
Yeah.
You're Goku and Vegeta? Contempt.
You essentially like you need someone that's kind of there to rain on the parade. Like it was good to see that you guys weren't afraid to bring death and decree bad things happening, because without that there's no pursuit in the good thing. Like we can't really celebrate
success.
That
contrast.
Yeah, we can't celebrate the success because we haven't really struggled.
You don't appreciate light without a little shadow.
Yeah. And it worked out. I think it's funny how it immediately started taking this warping feel to deitic favor of like the Egyptian pantheon. That was kind of wild.
Yeah.
That was a lot different than I think I'm used to, but I think it's fun. I still don't know who represents the Kraken, but fuck it, whatever.
You said there's like all different gods. I was like, you know what? We can have multiple pantheons. My initial idea was like, we have the Egyptian pantheon, and the Kraken could be like Poseidon from the Greek pantheon.
Yeah. So I gotta ask, what was your favorite part of the game? What was the turning moment where you were like, oh?
I'm gonna go first. My turning moment was finally when we started getting into the discussions, and EE like immediately backed the elderly, and then we immediately like we had this age war. The age war was what made it for me. I was like, now we have our strife. We have why our community isn't moving as fastly forward. We're moving almost in two separate directions.
Okay, all right.
I don't know, I kind of like that because it was the internal strife that was like the more grounded element of our Kraken, Shark Riders, gods being buried and then eaten. And then we had this internal strife of, the elderly and children just hate each other. That was pretty cool. Also, having the Kraken appear was like oh dear, now we have a Kraken as well.
Oh dear, the Kraken.
I gotta say, like story elements aside, I was hooked from the second that I realized we were all picking these things for the abundance, and one was going to be in abundance, and the rest were going to be scarcities, because it created that dynamic of like, if you ever play the game again, it has that kind of beautiful kind of self-balancing element of, do you go for it, or do you pick something that you're okay with potentially losing out on, or do you really just try to be that guy that's like, no, I've got the thing we need abundance of, forget anything you guys thought of,
right?
Because it comes down to one of those two choices.
I mean, traditional Ghost abundance was a pretty good combo.
Yeah. That's why I waited to tell you that once you pick them, then you would have to decide which one's scarcity, because I think inevitably you don't want to shoot yourself in the foot, but at the same time you want to provide an interest in the game. So I think by waiting to tell you that 3 of the 4 would become a scarcity, that would provide a challenge. For me, this is like my 5th, 6th time playing, I believe. I think my turning point was let's see, what was it? It was the finding of the body, the enormous, the god's body. It was like, oh,
that was a big deal.
Pulling no punches here. Here we go. We're finding giant corpses, and then it's like, and it's a god's body. All right. Ooh, okay.
Well, when you said like there was a machine to grind down bodies for souls, and then there was a shrine and the gods were dead, I was like, well, obvious corollary.
Hooked on this place.
I thought it was funny that we had a way to grind down bodies, but we had no method of containing that energy or what we were going to do with it. We were just like, we're sitting on an abundance of ghost energy.
We got energy.
I mean, we just said of electricity. Like maybe
let's strap this god to the feed bag.
maybe we've got pipes, a series of tubes.
A series of tubes.
There's just one guy underneath the drill, like if he's had the spigot on a froyo machine, just
oh my god,
keep pushing the god down. Oh, this is so good, you guys. It's totally my cheat day.
Arm falls off.
So I know that I've turned quite a few people onto this, but
Shouldn't keep
you
making
told me
that
all the time,
gesture
don't
on
worry.
camera.
I'm glad that you. I mean, I hope that you guys have, or you find yourselves wanting to play this again in the future.
Oh, absolutely. I want to check out the Deep Forest now.
Oh, you checked out more of Avery's works?
Yeah, it's literally the same game, just with the perspective flipped that you are monsters in the quiet year after you've chased humans back off your land after so long. And like with the abundance and shortages, instead it's you pick one thing of the human culture that you adopt and the rest are taboo.
Yeah.
It's basically the exact same mechanic, but I loved this, so now I want that.
A lot of Avery's stuff is about being monsters as metaphors for downtrodden elements of human society, and then being able to fight back against things like against colonial oppressors or whatever.
Yeah, which is awesome.
So, that was our take on The Quiet Year. Thank you guys for tuning in tonight. Go ahead and I know some of you are streamers. Most of you are. Let's get your spiel. Christy, who are you? Where can we find you?
Whoa, hi. My name's Christy989. I live in this channel primarily, but I also stream at Christy989. So it's twitch.tv/Christy989. And I stream a lot of stuff. I'm all over the place.
See a lot of Overwatch and Beat Saber.
Oh, Beat Saber is my favorite game right now, though.
Yeah, it's good stuff. All right, EE, you're up.
Oh dear. I'm EnterElysium. You can catch me over at youtube.com/EnterElysium, Twitter.tv/EnterElysium. I play strategy, science, and sci-fi games mostly, and sometimes other things. Also, I help run Roll For It, which is
Oh my god!
Roll For It, where we do role-playing games, and me and Bob are going to be vampiring it up in Vampire the Masquerade 5th Edition tomorrow at 6 p.m. BST and 10 a.m. PDT. And then also I AGM Layla the Vampire Slayer on Sundays at the same time.
All of these things are true, even as fast as he said them.
Right, that's I gotta call this out. The first like minute of what you said, I got Elysium because I was listening for it. I got the one
to compact it down so I don't take up the ridiculous amount of time all these things are. If you're watching
strut
in slow-mo, that would make more sense.
Good lord. All right, and Mike, tell us about you. Where can we find you?
I don't much these days, but when you can find me on Twitch, it's at /MykePro, and I represent the Adventurers Guild. We're gamers. We're tabletop role-playing gamers that have a community online, which will be growing to encapsulate Sanctuary, our new big project that we're very, very excited about. So make sure if you are a sub, you DM Bub. Get in on the beta. I have some big things planned, and it's going to be so fun. Like I can promise you that the alpha is just coming towards the end of a close. We've got the system polished and ready for you, and now we're ready to give it a stress test and see how many people we can cram in and what sort of plot I can get the various staff members on board with to really see what we can do with it. And then once we get it all polished and ready for the public, we will let her rip.
Fire. I'm stoked. All right, guys, that's going to be it for us tonight. We're going to head on over and see Jared. It looks like he's playing World of Warcraft, and we'll see you over there.
Also, sub to Bub's YouTube. Get him
Hell
to
yeah.
so we can get him a custom link.
Mash that like button.
Mash.
Hit it with your dick.